Alaska USAF C-17 crash.
Imagine a routine training flight transforming into a catastrophic disaster in mere moments. On July 28, 2010, a seemingly ordinary day at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Alaska turned tragic when a USAF C-17 Globemaster III, one of the most advanced military transport aircraft, plummeted from the sky during an air show rehearsal. This is the story of what went wrong, the lives lost, and the lessons learned from a devastating crash that shook the aviation community and prompted sweeping changes in military flight safety. Join us as we delve into the chilling details of the 2010 Alaska USAF C-17 crash, uncovering the sequence of errors and heroics that mark this unforgettable day. On July 28, 2010, the preparation for the exercise began with meticulous attention to detail, as the crew of the USAF C-17 Globemaster III readied the aircraft for its role in the upcoming Arctic Thunder Air Show. Ground crews performed thorough pre-flight checks, ensuring all systems were operational and the aircraft was fueled and balanced for the day's maneuvers. Inside the cockpit, the experienced team of 4 meticulously reviewed their flight plan, going over every detail of the rehearsal sequence they were set to perform. The atmosphere was a mix of routine precision and eager anticipation as they were about to demonstrate the impressive capabilities of the C-17 to an audience that would soon gather for the air show. Little did they know, the day would end in tragedy, leaving an indelible mark on military aviation history. The day's flights began with a routine weather inspection, a crucial 30-minute sortie designed to assess the atmospheric conditions over Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. The C-17 Globemaster III took to the skies with its seasoned crew, methodically gathering data and ensuring that the skies were clear and favorable for the upcoming air show. The next mission was a brief but intense 10-minute rehearsal designed to showcase the C-17's impressive performance capabilities at low altitude. The United States Air Force, USAF, is a vital branch of the U.S. military, tasked with the defense of the nation through the control and exploitation of air and space. Established as a separate service in 1947, the USAF has since become a global leader in aviation technology, air power strategy, and space exploration. Its mission encompasses a wide range of operations, including air superiority, global strike, rapid global mobility, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and cyber warfare. With a fleet of cutting-edge aircraft such as the F-22 Raptor, B-2 Spirit, and C-17 Globemaster III, the USAF maintains readiness to project power and support joint operations anywhere in the world. Comprising both active duty members and reservists, the Air Force emphasizes excellence, innovation, and integrity, continually adapting to meet emerging threats and ensure the security of the United States and its allies. Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, JBER, in Alaska, stands as a critical hub for the United States Air Force, playing a vital role in both national defense and Arctic operations. Strategically located near Anchorage, JBR is home to a diverse array of units and missions, blending the strengths of the Air Force and the Army. The base supports a range of operations, from homeland defense and tactical airlift to search and rescue missions. The Air Force units at JBER, including the 3rd Wing, the 176th Wing of the Alaska Air National Guard, and the 517th Airlift Squadron, operate some of the most advanced aircraft in the military's arsenal, including the C-17 Globemaster III. This synergy of active duty and guard components fosters a robust and responsive force, prepared to address both regional and global challenges. The aircraft involved was a four-engined C-17 Globemaster III, manufactured by Boeing, with the USAF serial number 000173 and named Spirit of the Aleutians. It belonged to the 3rd Wing, 3WG, and operated jointly with the 176th Wing, 176WG, at Elmendorf AFB, located near downtown Anchorage. The U.S. Air Force operates 222 C-17s across the active Air Force, Air Force Reserve, and Air National Guard, ANG, with Elmendorf AFB housing this aircraft type since June 2007. At the time of the crash, the base had 8 C-17s, jointly operated by the 3rd Wing's 517th Airlift Squadron and the 176th Wing's 249th Airlift Squadron of the Alaska ANG. The crew of the ill-fated C-17 Globemaster III was a highly skilled and diverse team, embodying the expertise and dedication of both the Alaska Air National Guard and the active duty Air Force. Leading the mission were Majors Michael Freyholtz and Aaron Malone, experienced pilots from the 249th Airlift Squadron of the Alaska ANG. Joining them in the cockpit was Captain Jeffrey Hill, a talented pilot from Elmendorf's active-duty 517th Airlift Squadron, bringing a wealth of operational knowledge to the team. Overseeing the critical cargo and ensuring the aircraft's balance was Senior Master Sergeant Thomas E. Sicardo, an expert loadmaster also from the 249th Airlift Squadron. Together, this formidable quartet embarked on what should have been a routine exercise, their camaraderie and professionalism underscoring a shared commitment to excellence in military aviation. At 1756, the first flight was cruising steadily at an altitude of 20,000 feet over the skies of Alaska. This flight was conducting a weather reconnaissance, a crucial step to ensure that the second practice flight would proceed smoothly and successfully. The crew carefully conducted the weather reconnaissance procedures. The collected data would be submitted to the commander to decide whether to proceed with the second practice flight. This was not the first time the pilots had performed an airshow flight with the C-17, but to ensure the safety of the pilots, the aircraft, and the spectators of the airshow, thorough preparation was a crucial step to prevent any incidents. After completing the weather assessment, the crew piloted the massive aircraft back to the base. They would submit the weather data to the management and await further instructions. After landing, the crew submitted the weather data to the commanders. Due to the extremely favorable weather conditions, the next practice flight was immediately approved. The The C-17's demonstration flight will begin at runway 06. After utilizing the full length of the runway, the aircraft will perform an almost vertical takeoff, followed by a left turn at a heading of 80 degrees. Subsequently, it will execute a right turn back towards runway 24 to perform a low-pass demonstration, also known as a high-speed, low-altitude flyby. A low-pass, also known as a flyby, is a maneuver in which an aircraft flies at a low altitude over a specific point, such as a runway, typically at high speed. This maneuver is often performed during air shows, military exercises, or demonstrations to showcase the aircraft's capabilities, control, and performance. The low pass allows spectators to see the aircraft up close and observe its flight characteristics. It requires precise control and skill from the pilot to maintain a safe altitude and speed while executing the maneuver. The C-17 is expected to perform a low pass at an altitude of 152 feet, a standard altitude for such maneuvers. Around 6:22 p.m. Alaska Daylight Time, UTC-8, the C-17 initiated its departure from runway 06 at Elmendorf AFB, with Major Michael Freiholtz serving as pilot in command. He is a highly experienced C-17 pilot and exudes great confidence in his abilities. After accelerating down the runway, the aircraft surged into the sky with the assistance of its powerful engines, ascending almost vertically. Unbeknownst to anyone in the crew, ahead lay the harrowing moments of fate awaiting them. The aircraft soared upwards, appearing quite stable. Major Michael Freiholtz, following the predetermined flight plan, proceeded to execute a left turn at a heading of 80 degrees. However, due to a slight overconfidence, he applied a bit too much force, causing the aircraft to bank left more sharply than intended. Too focused on the flight path, the crew inadvertently allowed the aircraft's speed to drop too low, yet failed to recognize the imminent danger. As the aircraft's speed sharply decreased, it began to experience turbulence, and suddenly, a stall warning blared through the cockpit, startling and confusing all 4 crew members. The captain swiftly initiated a sharp right turn in hopes of regaining safe airspeed. The United States Air Force C-17, immediately after takeoff, tragically crashed, resulting in the loss of all 4 military personnel aboard. This marked the first fatal accident involving the renowned C-17 transport aircraft. Due to the presence of sensitive electronic equipment and classified materials on board, the crash site was cordoned off, restricting access for investigation for a period of 3 days. According to a member of the Anchorage Fire Department, a fireball ascended approximately 750 feet, 230 m, into the sky, visible roughly 2 miles, 3 kilometers, from Anchorage. The crash debris was scattered along a 200-foot, 60 stretch of the Alaska Railroad tracks, which serve passenger and freight trains daily through the base area, extending north to Wasilla. Fortunately, no trains were scheduled to pass through at the time of the crash. The resulting damage to the nearby railroad tracks led to the suspension of freight services and the diversion of passenger services via bus. Nonetheless, the air show proceeded as planned, serving as a tribute to the 4 deceased airmen. The United States Air Force and the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, conducted an investigation into the accident that turned the military aircraft, valued at over $300 million, into a cloud of smoke, along with the loss of 4 servicemen, including experienced pilots. The official investigation report concerning the crash was released on December 13, 2010. It attributed the accident to pilot error, concluding that the pilot's excessive confidence in executing an aggressive right-turn maneuver resulted in a low-altitude stall and subsequent crash. Despite the stall warning system issuing correct warnings, neither the pilot nor any other crew member responded effectively. This incident bore striking similarities to the 1994 crash of a B-52 bomber at Fairchild Air Force Base, Washington. In both cases, it appeared that the local USAF unit's chain of command failed to prevent the pilots from adopting intentionally unsafe flying practices for aerial displays involving large aircraft. Despite the tragic accident involving the C-17 aircraft, the Arctic Thunder Air Show continued as scheduled that year. However, in a poignant tribute to the fallen servicemen, the air show organizers replaced the C-17 performance with a memorial ceremony, honoring the memory of the 4 lost crew members. The event served as a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made by military personnel and underscored the resilience and solidarity of the aviation community.